Okay, I'm going to continue to walk around here. This upper level. I'm trying to go from front to back. Okay, now we're going to go on. I think these are just mainly pictures up here. I got an aerial view of of the uh, the main floor, and these are just all. But I mean, they got a whole ton of them here. So I think we're going to go back down, and I think we're going to go outside, and we're going to go to the next hangar. But yeah, it's quite a museum. It's worth, if you live anywhere near, like we do, like a 3-hour drive or so, it's well worth the travel time to get here. It's an excellent museum. We made it down the long winding staircase. Now I think we're going to venture out and look what's outside and go to the next hangar. You know, the big engine sitting back there, huge. Oh, the Dawn Patrol. I didn't see that. Look at that little son of a gun. Huh. Wow, that's neat. Yeah, I'm very impressed. Okay. Ooh. Another huge Air Force plane here. Prop propellers. These engines and propellers are just massive. There's two on this side and two on the other side. Let's go look up underneath the wheel well. That's where they would fold up to. Wow. U.S. Air Force 418. You gotta stand a mile away to get the picture of the to get the entire aircraft here. Of course, there's a runway out here. And here's the home of the Combat Air Museum. See if we can get up close. Yeah. I can't even imagine what it'd be like to fly one of these. Look how high up you are and how massive this aircraft is. Wow. Well, let's walk on over here and see what else we got. Come here. I know. Come here. Okay, here you go. This is an amphibious vehicle. This would either go on water or on land. They were called duck. The duck amphibious vehicle. A lot of these all over the country were turned into pleasure craft to take tourists at different locations. I rode on one in Branson in the 90s and the early 2000s, and they were really fun. Of course, they were outfitted, you know, for that purpose, but that's what they looked like in their original form. They've gone now to a completely different design, but these are what I remember riding on. The one I ever rode was in Branson, and we rode on those several times over the years, and they always take a picture, and I got those pictures. But yeah, you can't climb on them, you can't look in them, and so there's really no way to look up in there. But that's it. Then here's a little, well, it's not little by any means, piece of weaponry. A big gun. there on a track. Oh, look, they've got a car body. Am I mistaken? I don't know if that's actual. It kind of looks like a car body, but then it's on this tractor-like device. This might be what they pulled airplanes around on. I'm not positive on that. There's no, it does say U.S. Air Force on it. This may be what they use to pull these aircraft around on. The front of it says Coleman, and it is really huge. Oh, here you go. Okay. I actually was on one of these when I was in the National Guard. I was telling you about it earlier. I've actually been in one of these. One time at Fort Riley. Yeah, I did. One time. I think one time. It's been many years ago. But I did get to ride one of these back in the day. It was really fun. I thought it was really fun. They're huge on the inside. I don't think we can go inside, but we can kind of look around here a little bit. Yeah. Of course, the propellers are missing. Oh yeah. Of course, you can't go up in there. I'll try to get you guys to look around. I can't see what I'm seeing, so I don't know how good a job I'm doing. I don't even know if you can even hear me or not. Yeah. There's a cockpit area. I'm going to try to go around here and look at the back end of this. They've got sunshades put up. I don't blame them for that. We're going to try to peek inside. Let's see if we can. Oh yeah, look at that. Yep. Okay. Let's walk on around. I don't know how far this. I think this is the end of it right here. And then we'll go. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. I see what might be a MASH helicopter on further down. I may have to walk out there and take a look at that. Here's another fighter jet. I know I heard on documentary once that these missiles that they fire off nowadays, and this might not be accurate, but I guess each time they fire one of those off, it's $10,000. Now it could be a lot more than that now, but this is just huge. There's another one sitting over here. Let's go over here. Oh, there's a bunch of them over here, but I don't know if that's part of the museum or not. That's quite a ways down. I don't know. I'd like to go down and see those, but I'm sure that's not, although it might be. Oh, that's awful far down there. I don't think that's part of the Museum. Okay, let's go on to the next hangar here. I would like to see those, but that's all right. We're going to see quite a bit already. Combat Air Museum, Hangar 604 says, "You are welcome to look at the aircraft in our restoration and storage hangar, but please do not touch the aircraft. This is active work area, so please be careful." Okay. Oh wow. The very first one I see is right here. Let's see what we got here. This is a North American F-86H-10NH Sabre, U.S. Air Force. And there's a painting of it right there. There's a MASH truck sitting back there. The MASH ambulance, U.S. Army World War II, half-ton 4x4, 1941 Dodge ambulance, lightweight and versatile. They were built during 1941-1942. And then I'm assuming this is the MASH Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. And this is where the soldiers, wounded soldiers, how they would have been brought in. Right here. They would strap them here on this, strap them in, and then flew them to the nearest MASH hospital. That's how that worked. Yeah. Did you get the MASH helicopter and ambulance pictures of it? Okay. Now this aircraft here is a Douglas F-3 2T2. Okay, that's what this is. It's got the foldable wings that was meant to be on a aircraft carrier, I'm assuming. Let me climb up here and we'll get a look at the cockpit. Now this is a little bit more roomier. This has a little bit more room. It looks like. Not much, but maybe a little bit more room in there. Okay, well, let's work our way on around. Look at the size of these missiles. Are huge. There's the engine right there. Westinghouse J34WE36A turbine, 2-stage axial flow turbojet. And there's another one of those demonstration weapons right there. And this just shows all the different units or parts that goes on one of these. Cockpit air press shutoff valve, just to show you some of them. Anti-icing and defrosting pressure regulator. Anti-gun suit valve. Cockpit pressure regulator. Yeah, there's just a whole ton of these that went on these aircrafts. Oh, look at this little simulator. Boy, I guess simulator. It may not be. I think it might have been at one time. But that's pretty little, probably for a child. The Link Flight Trainer, 1941 Model C3. Boy, how these things are tiny. And this has the swastika on it. This must have been a Nazi aircraft. And look at this thing. Oh my gosh. Of course, I know what this was used for. This helicopter was meant to transport planes or other machinery. It's got this huge, look at those propellers. And those engines are massive. But see, the object would fit, like they've got this airplane tucked under here. It would fit in this area here, and they would get it all hooked up and they would carry it from one destination to another. And this over here is a big, huge spotlight. World War II GE carbon arc searchlight. Very huge. Look at that thing. And this generator, painted red, white, and blue. Here's a yellow and red, white, and blue aircraft. We're going to see what it is here in a minute. And this is just where we came from. I can't even get all this in here, it's so big. I mean, this thing is huge. Let's walk on up here. This is the Sikorsky CH-54A Sky Crane. That's what it was. That's what it did. Just simply put, that's what it did. It just hauled things, machinery, planes, whatever. That's what it did. And then I imagine this person here sitting here actually operated the crane. This individual here, it's got a control panel and a joystick. That's probably how these items were loaded on this aircraft. That would have been very exact. I mean, you could be making any mistakes. And this plane here carried 2 men, 2 pilots. And here's another simulator. Here's what the injection seats look like. I can only imagine what it would be like to get ejected out of a jet or something like that. I don't know. Well, that would be crazy. The Lonely Ringer. This is a Vietnam era Beech RU-8D Seminole aircraft. If you could see the pilot or the aircraft smile and he waved out the window, then it had to be those crazy spooks from the 138th. Huh, okay. Twin prop engine. And this is a three-wheel scooter, United States Air Force. That's kind of a neat little go buggy. 1965 manufactured. And let's go back here and look at this little dude back here. Some sort of a vehicle to get around in. Looks like it hold 3 people. Then of course the driver up here. There's the joysticks. Yep. Go from one point to the next. This is Beech Baby 2, this aircraft back here. We may have to kind of walk around to get to some of these. I'm under the wing of one of these aircraft right now. I want you to look at the size of these bombs. About 1,600 pounds right there. I can't even imagine. And then here's some more. Wow. I think I'll go walk down this. These are major components of Pratt & Whitney J57 turbojet engine. Well, that's kind of how they're put together. Kilroy is here, it says. Not was here, is here. That's just the wing I walked under. Man, I tell you what, it's just... That's got to be 20 or 30 feet up. There's a Pratt & Whitney model 1830 twin Wasp 14-cylinder 2-row radial engine. Oh, here you go. Here's a World War II plane. This is Royal Canadian Air Force. And there again, this is probably in the 40s. It's got the Canadian leaf back here. We'll see if I'm right. Canadian Car Foundry, Harvard, Royal Canadian Air Force, World War II, used during and after World War II. Yeah. Yep. Even these smaller aircraft are really pretty large once you get up close and personal. Oh, here you go. I drove many of these. One's very similar to this, actually. Yeah. Yep. I've drove these all over Minnesota, Wisconsin, Fort Riley, back and forth on summer camps, out in the boonies. These are fun to drive, but they're dangerous because these things will flip on a dime. I know. One year on the way to summer camp, an individual was driving one of these and it rolled. It killed him on the way to summer camp. These things are very easy to roll. Air Force jet. Rescue says, oh, rescue, emergency entrance. Okay. You're not taking pictures. You're not taking pictures. Taking pictures. Taking pictures. Here, use my camera. Here, use my camera on phone. But please take pictures. This is a Lockheed T-3381LO Air Force jet. And there's a pilot sitting in the ejection seat to bail out ejection later aircraft. Boy, I can't even imagine being ejected out of one of these. I'd be scared to death. There again, there's the cockpit. There's two pilots in this one. I don't know if this hangar is as big as the other one was. But it's still very, very interesting. You can definitely tell these are being refurbished. But I'm sure when they get done, they'll look real nice. Oh, there's a sign in here. It says, Combat Air Museum Pancake Feast, Saturday, April 27th, 7 to 12. Huh, okay. I can't go any... Oh, yeah, maybe I can. Squeeze back here. And go all the way around this aircraft. And there again, there's the foldable wings. This would have been a Grumman US-2A tracker. I might actually be able to see up in here a little bit better. You can see where they're working on it. If I can get up in here. Yeah, you can see a little bit. You can see a little bit in here. Okay. I bet you this is another trainer. And here's a Navy jet fighter. Look at that. I mean, these are, ah, man. Until you see these up close and personal, you'd understand what I'm talking about. About how large they are. And here's a, oh, this is a simulator. All kinds of gauges and switches, dials. That's crazy. I don't know if I can get in here or not. Ooh, I don't know. Trying to get you a closer look. Yeah, these. Yeah. Pretend like you're flying. I've often wondered how they get used to looking at all these gauges and dials and switches, and we'll even have some radio going on here. I mean, there's just hundreds of these switches and dials. I don't know. It's crazy. That's what they probably learn on, though. They gotta start somewhere. And I guess a lot of these fighter jets pilots, they're not just pilots. Some of them are mathematicians. They're engineers of some sort. They definitely have a lot of education, as you would to pilot one of these. It would take a tremendous amount of education and training, I would think, to fly one of these. Now we're going back around and look at these from this angle. Now that's the plane we're just in front of. Look at that. It's huge. Another simulator. And yet another simulator. General Aviation Trainer. It says, yeah. It would take you a tremendous amount of time just to learn all the switches and dials and toggle switches. And this is a Bell UH-1C/M Composite Iroquois Huey. The window's a little bit clearer. You kind of get an idea of what they look like on the inside. Looks like we're told 2 people. Well, no, maybe 4 people back here. This instrument trainer fixed wing aircraft. Wow. Okay. And going on. Air National Guard. Boy. Boy, that's the back of the engine. Radar unit inside the dome. Oh, I see. Okay. Telephone, radar, antenna selector, Coffee cup. Always gotta have a coffee cup. I was surprised they don't have a pack of cigarettes laying down here. We were in one of these and they had a set up something like this, and they had the cigarettes, the ashtray, and the coffee cup, and all of that, where they would have to have a cigarette and a cup of coffee while they're doing their thing in this with radar. And we have gun ring, 30 caliber machine gun mount. Okay, that's what that would be. There's the ammo for it. And some more World War II aircraft, Japanese and United States fighters. And reconnaissance and mapping. Okay, so this would be some kind of a mapping device or devices. And then look at all the radios. I mean, radios everywhere. Huh. And they're not just radios, but you know what I'm saying. They're just instruments from the cockpit area. I think this is a makeup of mock-up German BR-109G-10 Messerschmitt. Okay, we were that's what we looked at earlier. This is a Messerschmitt German aircraft. Well, that fan feels good. Huh, a little warm in here. Well, I think we've looked all the way around it in here. Of course, wife's been taking pictures, so yeah. Like I said earlier, I would highly recommend. It's only $7 for adults a piece, and that's not bad. Of course, I think veterans or military personnel get $2 off, which they should. But yeah, I think we've been all the way around it. I think we're gonna go back to the gift center real quick, and then we're probably gonna go on. I don't think there's anything else to look at. I've tried to show all the aircraft. I really have, but they're so big, and they've got them layered. Let me go up here one more time and see if I can just kind of look around here a little bit. I can't really see beyond all this, but we have been all the way through this, I do believe. Okay. Oh, I didn't see that little red Air Force jet over there. We're going to have to go get a picture of it if we can. I don't know how we missed it. I'm trying to see if we can get out there and take a look at that. To get a picture of that over there. Okay. No wind blowing at all today, but it's pretty warm out right now. But next week's going to be worse. We're calling for 105 next week. We got a little bit of a break this last week. Temperature rolling in the 90s, upper 90s range with very little heat index. Well, now we're back. Next week we'll be back to good old August heat. I'm sure glad you came along with us today and helped us explore the Combat Air Museum here at Forbes Field in Topeka, Kansas. We just kind of make our way back through this portion of the museum, work our way back to the gift center, And I guess we'll be on our way home. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us today. Today is Thursday. We've got a weekend coming up. Be careful if you venture out in this heat. Make sure you got plenty of water to drink. And take frequent breaks. And just be careful. It's typical July, August weather if you do get out. Again, thank you for joining. Remember to go out and explore your world. Be safe, be careful, be cautious, have fun. Be aware of your surroundings. But just go out there and explore your part of the world. So having said that, I think we're going to say goodbye for now. This is the end of the video. We will see you on the next one. So, goodbye for now.